This is B2 Will Wilson back with another video. Now in this video, the title is going to be, Was It Stolen? And I'm going to try to be careful of how I'm speaking, but we're going to discuss the events that happened in November, December, and January, but I'm going to couple it with some strange things that happened within the ADOS Foundation Black American Community that would give you a clue to whether or not it was stolen. In November, the last president had complained that he had been cheated. And those who won began, and their allies began to murder his character. So the last president said, I was cheated. And those who won and their allies began to murder his character and say, no, you were not cheated. Now, the words say there is spiritual wickedness in high places. So when people do things, it's going to have a negative effect on poor communities. And I'm going to discuss two events, and the third will be concerning the Super Bowl. After the election, sometime in January, a young lady in New York was approached by some men who offered to buy her liquor for her. And she turned them down. They went outside with her and they began to beat her, and strange as it was, someone bit her in her forehead or eye area. Now I want you to take note, why did that happen? A second event took place in Brooklyn or Harlem, where a young lady was groped by a man, and these are all ADOS people I'm talking about. And she went home and told her fiance. And I take it that her and her fiance went back to the guy who groped her, and the gentleman that groped her shot and killed her and shot her boyfriend. When people do certain things, especially when the elites do it, it is going to have a negative effect on those poor and disenfranchised communities across the world, in this case, the United States. So we had similar events. A lady being groped. Did she have the right to complain to her fiance? Yes. She also should have called the cops. And I recommend in this moment that we're not taking matters into our own hand. But she told her fiance. But unbeknownst to her and her fiance, this man had a gun and he killed and shot her, and he shot her boyfriend. Similar to what took place in November. This man was violated and he strived to complain about it. But because of who he was, no one cared. And they murdered his character to the point that anybody who speaks on that issue that happened in November and side with the last president, you will be considered a terrorist. In this moment, we have to know that there are spiritual wickedness working in high places, and it rolls downhill. The election had consequences. And last but not least, who won the Super Bowl? Who won the Super Bowl? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What is a Buccaneer? In one definition, it defines it as a privateer. During the Spanish era of the Caribbean um, era, and then another definition, it calls it a pirate. The pirates won. What do pirates do? They steal and they kill. And they are into butt duty. They will have intermale male relationships. And they won against the who? The chiefs. Those that were what? Violated. Land stolen from. And even though they negotiated some things with the government, a lot of these indigenous people live in substandard environments. So you can have a clue based upon all this stuff whether or not it was stolen. The Buccaneers, which are pirates, won the football game. In the black community, people were violated, in some cases murdered and beat after confronting their attacker. And that is similar to what the last president did. No one cared because of who it was. And I'm not saying I voted for the last one. I didn't vote for either side. But just something for your thought. This is B.T. Will Wilson. Thank you for watching this video. Do your own research. It's no coincidence that those events are taking place. It is no coincidence that the Buccaneers won over the little man. And with that being said, if you have a comment on this video, please leave it in the comment section. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thank you, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.